Guys, guess who is here? It's your homegirl, your host with the most, Adini the Wise. And yes, I am back with another hot, new, trending topic. But how far have you been? How you doing? How are you, my guy? How have you been? I have not been hearing from you guys on the comment section, so I want to be hearing from you guys. Waiting this up for your area. Is your area cool and calm like mine? If not, let me know on the comment section. So you're welcome to another episode on the All That Matters YouTube channel, and it's your homegirl, your host with the most, Adini the Wise. It's your girl. I am precious and I want to show you how precious I am. So stay tuned for today's episode because we'll be moving to Shonda. Okay guys, welcome back to today's episode, and we are going to be talking about something trending and something hot. We are going to Shondaland and we are going to be mingling with the Bridgetons today. Yes, I know you all know. If you don't know, I don't know where you have been, my guy. Queen Charlotte is out and I have seen it like how many times now. And like I put my Netflix on reminder that if Queen Charlotte come out and you do not tell me, I will just throw you away. And it's reminded me like immediately, and I started watching immediately. And I'm like, oh my god, where will I spill this tea? I just had to bring it here because who else will listen to me apart from you, my ATMers, my All That Matters peeps? Did you know? No. It's like I'm too poised. As I'm saying, well, it's Bridgeton, what are we talking about? English people are poised. So, after all the whole Bridgeton series, one with Daphne and our Duke, and then with her brother Anthony and our black Indian sister, I was like, what more could come? But the Queen Charlotte is like a special character because she's always so grumpy, and most times when they show her and the King George, she's always like snapping at him, George, go back to your room or something like that. And I'm like, is it that this woman don't like her husband? What even really happened to the king? That was my question from the beginning. From the beginning of Bridgerton, I know that there is something missing here. I need to place my hand on it, but I'm like, I don't know. But let me just see what will happen. And they brought Queen Charlotte. I'm like, Netflix, good. No, I'm like, Shonda, good. Bridgerton, whatever production team is on this thing. Oh my god, I was so excited, and I'm like, yes, tell me the story about this woman. Why is she always like this? Because she's like a special character, apart from she being the queen of the whole place and all, Queen of Britain then and all. But I know there's something special about this woman, and oh my god, and she has my skin color, and I'm like, I want to know more. Then Queen Charlotte came. Queen Charlotte just displayed. No, in fact, Queen Charlotte brought her story to the open. Now it's Queen Charlotte. So talking about Queen Charlotte, and from the first scene, each scene was like, wow, I got glued. I'm like, what is happening? And the suspense was like overwhelming. And it started with her and her brother. There was an arranged marriage, and she happens to be this sneaky princess, always trying to know what's happening in palace. And she saw her brother signing some documents, not knowing that her brother is signing her out of her country into another country to be a great queen. But that didn't end there. She got the while they were going to Britain, she talked about her gown. And you know, all of us, what is trending now is corsets. And those days, I guess maybe it's Bridgerton that stirred up this trend. Yes, because like way back. And now everybody's sewing corsets. I work in a fashion house, so I know what is trending. So everyone is, and I'm always on social media, so everyone is talking about corsets. And she was talking about how her corset was made of whale bones. Like whale, I'm like, Whale bones, are you serious? Are you for real? And I went back to watch their interview, and questions was asked, like the question was thrown at them that, okay, how do they make the sausages? And she guessed whale bones, and they were like, correct. And I'm like, for real? So you guys would kill a whale just to look good? Man, those people those days, they don't joke with fashion, man. I feel like we are doing less. Whalebone, and she was like, if I move an inch, the whalebone could stab me and I could die. And I was like, what? It was so interesting. I love the fact that Lady Danbury's stories too was like out there, and because Lady Danbury too is one like mysterious person in Bridgeton, and I'm like, what's up with this Lady Danbury? How did she come? I thought she was like the Duke's god. I know she's the Duke's godmother, but there was a time she took care of the Duke, and I don't know how it happened. That was the only little thing I know. I didn't know about her husband, but when I saw her husband in Queen Charlotte, I was like, wow, oh my god, no wonder. God, that man was here. And I'm like, for this beautiful lady, beautiful, smart, brilliant, intelligent Lady Danbury, that was so unfair. But he died at the end of this, before the end of the story, and she took over, and she made. It's like, you know, when woman power was taking over, that era, I saw display of the female is future. But I don't know. I think that if that really happened, if those are true stories, I feel like our foremothers, or I call them foremothers, our great grandmothers have set a good pace for us. I wonder what happened and how we ended up here. But if it didn't happen, if it's just fiction, I guess the future is female. Nobody should come and drag me here. See, I'm not a feminist though. Hey, I'm not I can do it myself, don't help me kind of feminist though. No, I stand for the truth, and I say the truth. Yes, give me I stand for equity. Yes, that is fair. I feel like equity is just what we are craving and asking for. Not that we want to be in control of over everything, or we want to have our own world. No, I don't think that's the story there, or I don't think that's what we are pushing for. I think what we are pushing for is equity. Or this is just me saying what I truly want. I'm not going to be speaking for everybody, I'm just speaking for myself. So back to Shondaland. So Queen Charlotte was given to King George for marriage. King George was young, and she was scared because she has not seen him, and was like, what could be happening to this king? He's not everywhere like kings should be, and I've never seen him since I got to the palace. And she told herself that she was going to run away because he could be a troll, or he could be a bad person, because nobody's talking about him and she hasn't seen him. How will she marry someone she doesn't know? Oh my god, those days they should just hook me up with one king like that. Oh, I know myself, I'm very stubborn. I may say no, but I may say others say yes after I think about, oh my god, it's not easy, man. But those days, don't mind me, it's not rosy. It's not rosy. Those days is the days where they behead queens for not making them heirs. You see, it was like they were fighting. They were like struggling between the lion state and for a volcano then, and they have to stay in the middle so they don't die. And it was very touching, very educative, and it's like saying that, oh girl, go, you are a go-getter, whatever you put your mind to, you would get it. That's what Queen Charlotte was all about for me. I know I want to give movie reviews. I don't like to give it all, because I also want you to watch it and get your own story from it, and get your own, whatever you learned from it. I want you to get your own. I don't want to intrude your conclusion and just give you my own view. I want you to birth your own view. That is what I do with my movie reviews. So, but now back to Shonda. She was given to King George, but she didn't know King George. She wanted to run away, and she was trying to scale over the fence, and King George came because he noticed from the end of the story. That's when we know he noticed that she was missing and was wondering. And funny enough, he had mental issues. And but what beats me was that They were trying to cover up. His mom was trying to cover up that he's not sick. He's just stressed. It's just little stuff that's wrong. But this guy had serious mental issues that later turned to psychosis. But Queen Charlotte stood by him because he was her king, her husband, her friend, her only friend in Britain as of that time, and she wanted to give him the best. And when they were giving him this hideous treatment, like inhumane, that's the word, kind of treatment, I was like, no, this is going to even break him more. This is going to worsen whatever is happening to him now. I know already that is not treatment. That is like murder. That is like killing him already, destroying his brain and all. The man was like, he has this doctor, this mental psychiatrist then was like, oh, we should break him so that whatever we tell him to do is what he does, so he doesn't misbehave. They just wanted like a figurehead king that they could control and all. But Queen Charlotte stood for her husband, covered everything up, and took charge. And I liked what she told her mother-in-law, that was the Queen Dowager of that time, that, see, yes, you picked the right person, yes, and you picked me, and I'm going to show you that, prove to you that you picked the right person. I'm going to stick by my husband and do what I ought to do. And she did it to the last. And yeah, you're watching Bridgeton today and see what Queen Charlotte did. So this, and let me just round it up. So Queen Charlotte became friends with Lady Danbury because she was part of her court ladies, and she reached out to her first. And Lady Danbury was very secretive, very cultured, very poised, and she wanted to learn more from Lady Danbury, and she did. And Lady Danbury also had her own story where she was given to Lord Danbury as little as 3 years old, and she has to love what he loves. His favorite color should be her favorite. Like they changed her mindset and rebuilt her perfectly for Lord Danbury. And I remember while I was watching that, those people those days, they see their women as less, like something they like, merchandise they bought, and ought to do whatever they want them to do. So while Lady Danbury was doing undercover agent, speaking things smooth for her husband was just saying that, oh, the king has realized that, oh, I deserve all these things. Meanwhile, it was his wife that was setting pace for him. She was the pace setter and conquering all his demons that he would have been snoring on. I don't know why I have bad energy for that man, but so, and she fell in love with Violet's dad, which happens to be the Bridgeton's Viscountess mom. Yeah, so like their mom, the Viscountess. So she fell in love with her dad when she was young. When she was young, she knew that something was happening between her father and Lady Danbury, but she could not place her hand on it. She was like, oh, maybe they're just close friends and all. But now that she's older, she's trying to pick something that, oh, something happened with my dad and this woman, but I cannot place my hand on it. And some people are saying that, oh, this is going to spoil the pair of Bridgeton. That is Lady Danbury and Violet, that's the Viscountess of the Bridgeton pair, because they're always together, but I don't think so. I think Violet is going to know that, oh, her father was not happy in his relationship and his marriage with her mother, and that is why her father resorted to having a friend, a confidant and all. So I think that is what is going to happen. I don't think it's going to break their friendship, because she's already starting to uncover the truth, and I see that she's doing it in a poised manner. So I know that she wouldn't want to let it slide, because her father enjoyed life and enjoyed what life brings because of what the Viscountess of the Bridgeton, because of what Lady Danbury, yes, and he shared. So back to Queen Charlotte. Queen Charlotte took over Britain on behalf of her husband and took charge. And even from the first Bridgeton, King George is still alive, and she still knows how to get to him, how to work with him. But this time it was about Queen Charlotte and her sons. Queen Charlotte is always like the matchmaker of the whole season and everything, picking the best diamond of the first photos and all. She's so particular about matchmaking. But her sons, she has 15 children. Her sons only have concubines and illegitimate children, so they say. And her daughters were not having children, and she claimed they were virgins, but meanwhile they have issues with childbearing and all. And she was just busy playing queen and forgot that she had to be a mother also. But I understand on her end, because there was so much on her plate. She was struggling and she was young when it all started. And her son George Jr. knew what was happening with his mother and was very supportive, but others didn't understand. And I know from this season they were able to understand, and she got what she wanted. One of her sons had a child at the end of the season that was supposed to be the heir, because George Jr.'s daughter died. That was the legitimate heir of that time. And they were like, what? This woman had 15 children, and her children cannot have 15, cannot even bring one legitimate heir. But it happened at last. And so that's Queen Charlotte being Queen Charlotte. It's really hot here. I don't know why I'm sweating. So that's Queen Charlotte being Queen Charlotte and conquering all her demons and yes, winning. So it's telling you this movie, what this movie spoke about, and what this movie was all about for me was girl power. Just be determined. Whatever you want to do, be determined, and you're going to get it done. But if you are not determined, if you do not focus on what you want to do and do not put your mind to it, steady on your grind, you're going to, if you snooze, you're going to lose. So what Queen Charlotte's character was playing was girl power. Yes, girl power, and going out, reaching for your dreams, and not letting your situations bring you down, because she was not in her best situation. I don't think any woman would be happy with a psychosis husband, but she was okay and she handled it well. She handled it well, and I must say, King George, the young King George, played his part well, wonderfully well. Yes, it was like every girl's kind of dream man, because of he was soft and he was loving, but he had an issue, and his wife trashed the issue. So that's it for Queen Charlotte. And here I will be telling you, go and get your own Netflix account and watch this thing, and come back and tell me later what you think about this movie. And I must say, the Shonda has done it again. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. Shondaland and the goddess Shonda herself, take your flowers. This is for you. You really killed this one. And I hope to see the next season. And everybody has been saying it's going to be the lady Whistledown and Colin. I hope so, because they are really a good match, and we've been seeing stuff. And I always call her the Cinderella of the Bridgetons, because she's always wearing yellow color, and I guess that's the influence of her mother, because she always wants popping colors, so our daughters will be fished out. But that's it about today's episode. Thank you for watching, and I love you, and I want you to go and watch what Queen Charlotte is saying to you as a girl, a guy. You should learn how men treat women back then and how it should be different. Equity. A girl should learn girl power and what you truly want. Are you demanding for feminism, or are you demanding for equity? Are you demanding for equality? There's so many things, yes, but I know what I want. You have the right to choose whatever you want. We all have right to make choices here, and that's on period. See you on my next episode. I'll be talking about the Nigerian sweetheart that is trying to break the Guinness, that's attempting to break the Guinness Book of Record of cooking for the longest. So we're talking about Hilda Bassi in our next episode, so stay tuned and don't budge. You would not want to miss this one. Men, Ninja to the world.